All right. The first way to get clip to play another clip to use MIDI yoke. And what virtual MIDI yoke is just a set of virtual MIDI ports. So you can send a MIDI note out via the virtual MIDI ports and then bring that MIDI note back in via a virtual MIDI port, then assign it to whatever you would usually assign your MIDI to in Ableton. In this case, you want to assign it to another clip. The first step would be to install MIDI yoke, then go into Live's preferences, and you'll see there's the virtual MIDI input ports, and there's the virtual MIDI output ports. So for this example, I'm going to use MIDI yoke 3, so enable the outputs, and then scroll up to the inputs, and also make sure that it's enabled, and also make sure that track remote is enabled for that particular MIDI yoke input. On this MIDI track that we're going to be using to control or to activate other clips, make sure that the output is set to MIDI yoke, and then choose a MIDI channel. So just going to leave it on channel 16. Then create a MIDI clip, and in that MIDI clip, put a note in there. So C3 is going to be the note that toggles another clip. So what's going to happen is this clip's going to play the C3 notes. It goes out via the virtual MIDI yoke 3, comes back in via the virtual MIDI yoke 3, toggles another clip. So with that clip playing, go into MIDI map mode, and it's actually going to automatically assign here. So that MIDI note's assigned to that clip. So if we click on track 2, clip 4, wait for it, it gets assigned. Click on track 1, clip 2, wait for that note to play, gets assigned. Exit out of MIDI map mode. So that when this clip is played, these clips are going to be played as well. Obviously the quantization is set to 1 bar, so if we put it onto 16th notes, and of course you could, let's say that's a 4-bar loop and you wanted it to play on the 3rd bar, do that. So that clip's going to play, nothing's going to happen, and as soon as it hits this 3rd bar, those clips start to play. Okay. The second way to do this, and probably the way I'd prefer to do it, because it opens up a lot more options, would be to use CliffX, which is a scripting application that runs within Live. So again, install CliffX, go into your preferences, and you'll see that CliffX is installed as a control surface. Test 1, 2, sorry, the audio keeps on dropping out. So CliffX is installed as a control surface. Go out of Live, and the way that you initiate a CliffX script in most cases would be via a clip. So give it a name that's enclosed in square brackets, and that name enclosed in square brackets tells Live that this is a CliffX script which has an action that needs to be carried out. So I'm just going to call this test, and the next part of the script is to tell it which track to affect. So I wanted to affect track 1, and I wanted to play clip number 3. So it's an identifier. I'm going to play track 1 and clip 3. And that's what it is. So again, give it an identifier, and in this case, let's play track 2. Actually, let's play a random clip in track 2. So I'm just going to put a few more clips in there, press play, and it's played a random clip in track 2. You could actually put multiple actions in a single clip. So going to give it an identifier again. This could be called anything. We could call it pizza. It actually makes no difference. So an identifier, we want it to play track 1. Let's play clip number 1, semicolon, and then play track number 2 and clip number 3. So play track 1, clip 1, track 2, clip 3. You could chain up as many actions as you wanted in this single script. And of course, you can do a lot more with CliffX. So yeah, that's it.